What's going on, everyone? My name's Evo, and I'm with Madden Guardians. We're going to bring you another video today. This one is going to be the trade recap video. We're bringing you the biggest fleeces, the best win now moves, the best building for the future moves, as well as the best just overall trade. Both teams kind of win it. And also the biggest question marks, like why would you do that trade, right? So I'm Evo again. I am your proud leader. I am joined with Fat Petey, also known as Jukebox Petey, also known as Click-Off Enforcer Petey. We also got the Don here, the big man himself. What's up, Dante?
Oh, I'm always happy to be here, Evo.
Then we also have the Manny Nanny bear fighting CD here. What's up, CD?
What's going on, Evo?
And last but not least, joining us as a very special guest, we got not only Crackhead Kohler, but we also have Commitment Issues Kohler. What's up, man? How you doing today?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great.
We're vibing with the boys.
Let's get into these trades. Let's get into these trades.
Yeah, I mean, let's hop right into it. So we got right here the biggest fleece. I'll tackle it right here, right? I think the biggest fleece was this trade right here. The Arizona Cardinals send Buda Baker, superstar dev safety, right? And the Giants, for some fucking reason, send not only 2 firsts, but also a starting young cornerback, 22-year-old Julian Love. In my opinion, you're trading more for Buda Baker than the Seahawks got for Jamal Adams. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Not only is that, but he's also the highest paid safety ever. So you're absorbing a fat-ass contract. You're sending 3 starters, 2 of them are first, and a great young corner. I just think this is a dumb move, and for a position that's not as valuable. I mean, a safety? You're going to mortgage your future for a safety? Come on, Kohler.
Hey,
did you forget he's in the podcast?
Jamal hasn't been paid yet, and if you sim through a season in Madden right now, you're paying Buda Baker $20 more million than he got in real life. So, I don't know what you want from me.
Happy for Cactus. He didn't get fleeced. That's for the first time he's never got fleeced, so good for Cactus.
I was going to say, it's surprising to see Cactus on the other side of a fleece for once. But
I don't get fleeced.
I get why you want a good safety, because especially using safeties is, in my opinion, is the move this year. And you want to have a good secondary, in my opinion. But still, yeah, Julian Love is so young.
With the move from Peppers from safety to middle linebacker, that opens up a spot. So I think he plugs in there. And Kohler's trying to win now. Easy division, cupcake division, might as well load up.
So my question, CD, is you said he's trading for a user, right? User the safety. I was always told how you build a team is you rely on your user. You user a bad guy who has decent speed, and you're great with him, right? It's a strength that you as a player can overcome. So that's why you trade for positions that you're not going to user, that have to do a job on their own, like a young cornerback, or what you could have done with this first. I just think it's a bad team movement. I just think you're mortgaging your future again for a safety, man.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't have made that trade.
Yeah, but Kohler's going to be on a different team next year, so does it really matter?
Yeah, basically the second first-round pick isn't even his. But yeah, I think 1 first-round pick plus Julian Love would have been enough. I think 2 first rounds is just too much for Buda Baker. I don't know how good his abilities are, but yeah, I think he's overpaying by a bunch.
I don't think so.
Trade. Because I think if Kohler does good year 1 and that pick is terrible and he gets an instant upgrade, I think that's very good for him. But if he does bad, it's really bad.
Yeah, so time will tell. The future is mortgaged in New York, and it's not. And I think the biggest thing was that they just had a lot of holes to fill, and they're not filling it with players. They're getting 1 superstar, which is very stars and scrubs to me. But hey, enough of that. Enough of the biggest fleece. I'm sorry, Kohler. I didn't think you were going to be recording with us, so now I feel kind of awkward. But hey, we're moving on. The best win now move. What do you got for us, Petey?
All right, so this is actually a collection of moves. So LaCroix has got some flack for the moves he's made, but honestly, I like them. So first of all, he got his quarterback that he wanted in Dak Prescott. People are saying he has to be paid.
He does.
He's a bum.
He is.
But that's the guy he wants. So he shipped off Stafford, a first-round pick, and a next year's first and this year's 3rd pick. And then he traded with me. He got old-ass Terrell Casey, but he is a beast. And he traded me Justin Coleman. So, but that's a hole that he needed to fill. And then with the trade with Poppy, he sent just his first for Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone, and Janoris Jenkins. So he filled a bunch of holes
That sounds
sending him-
like 2 old bums and 1 young bum to me.
I know, but he's trying to win now in a stacked division with that Lions team. He
Sure.
has to make those moves to contend.
True.
So I gotta put some respect. I gotta put some respect on LaCroix's name.
Yeah, so I think especially the Saints trade, if he does well year 1, then that's definitely a steal, getting 3 starters for a late first round pick. But if he really does bad, then I don't know how good that trade looks. In general, I don't like the Stafford trade. Yeah, I think Stafford was plenty good to be a starting QB for at least 2 more years. Yeah, it's definitely. It shows confidence of LaCroix to go in all in year 1 because his division is definitely one of the strongest in the league, having Vamsey, JJ, and Dons. But yeah, I don't know if I really like it. I do think that LaCroix is good, but I don't know if he's good enough to, even with the upgrades, to win now.
Madden
Yeah,
CFMs are like a war. You don't have to just win the battle, but you gotta set yourself up good for the war, and he's setting himself up terribly. I mean, not only that, but he's disrespecting Matthew Stafford. The dude has a cannon. He's a superstar, I believe, right? Like, what more could you want from him? I mean, he's done so much.
He's only star.
Okay,
only
even then,
star.
he still has a 94
Dak
speed.
is
He still has a
superstar,
94 throw power, right? I mean, he's done so much for your organization. So you just ship him out of here is disrespectful to him and to Lions culture. No respect. I hate LaCroix. You're getting fleeced. Boo LaCroix. Actually, I
My
love
take
you.
on this trade is I really don't think like the 3 players or the 3 or 4 players he got in is gonna really put him over the top. Like they're okay players, but Dak Prescott with low throw power, I know he's a superstar, but
Yeah,
I mean, he's decent, and the defensive players he's got are old, and I don't really think are gonna have a great impact.
yeah, I don't see the difference between Stafford and Prescott, like being a first and a 3rd round pick. For me, so I'm completely agreeing with Dante. It's like he's upgrading, but I don't know if he's upgrading enough.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it is
Yeah.
definitely a win now move. Is it the right move? Hey, time will tell. LaCroix could definitely win the Super Bowl and laugh at all of us, right? He has the skill to do it. Only time will tell. Let's go on to the next. We just talked about the win now. What about the building for the future? Dante, you go ahead and take this one.
All right, so my win to the future. I mean, trade is Evo and Astro, and Evo's been shipping out the team. He's been destroying the DC football team, and he got a haul pretty much. He got Jonathan Taylor, a first and a second, and Jacoby Brissett, and he shipped out Sheriff, Allen, and Collins, who are all 3 starters. I think this is a win now for the future because of the fact that Evo is getting rid of all of his players. And another trade I found out on the spot is he got a first-round pick for Dwayne Haskins, a starting caliber quarterback. So Evo is collecting the picks. He got a good young running back. I think in this draft is going to be big for Evo. I think he's shaping up for a big run next year or the year after.
And there's one more. He traded Deron Payne for my first.
Oh yeah, that's also
The
another first.
The only question is like,
Evo Tank. Hashtag Evo Tank.
you're gonna trade away all those players for 1st-round picks and then waste a 1st-round pick on a quarterback. You could just kept Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
That is probably true. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't a friend of the Haskins move. I told Evo 1,000 times, rather keep your QB now, dev him for a full year before you draft someone where, yeah, you don't know how good and what dev he's going to have. But in general, I like him building for the future because the team is rough for the first year. But he has to keep in mind his division is definitely winnable. I mean, he has his biggest...
Muffin, right? Muffin's
Yeah,
definitely the biggest competitor.
His biggest competitor right now is Kohler, who's also
Like,
going to have some issues with this Giants team. I mean, maybe I'm just gonna underestimating Muffin and Calby. I haven't seen him play at all. I played Calby once, but that's a long time ago. So I think he can definitely win this team, this division, year 2 or 3, or at least make it into the wildcard round. So I overall like most of the moves. I'm not perfectly happy with everything, but I think overall he's doing the right thing, building for the future rather
that
than
one.
winning now.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like-
if you have a bad team, you should rebuild instead of trade for bum talent like LaCroix. Sorry. Off topic. My bad. So
Wait,
next.
hold on. The thing about those first round picks that you acquired, it's Gage, PD, and Astro. Those are all mid-tier to higher picks, so
Mhm.
you might not be getting as much value as you think.
I agree.
That's true.
I agree. They're very risky picks because you look, Gage made the playoffs every single year. Also has the Raiders in a division with Killa, Petey, and Drew with the Chiefs. So it could go. He's a top 10. It could go. He makes playoffs. It could go either way. Same with
You're right.
Petey. I mean, Petey has been looking nice in 21, but again, I don't know. He could slump. He could go down. You know, Petey's not the best passer. We all know that. So we'll see how that goes. And then lastly, Asher. I think Asher's feeling very confident about himself. But he also has Jordan. I mean, he has Bulk Dog. And Biz. Biz should trade for a QB too. I just think that the divisions that they're in, I wouldn't be surprised if any three of those were a top 10 pick. Or if all three of them made the playoffs. Like anything can
Right.
happen. It's a complete
right.
gamble.
I
I
like
think your collection of picks as well, you could trade up as well. Even
Yeah,
if they're
I
low,
will say.
like,
I will say, Haskins, I get it if you want to flag me on it. I will say that the trade for Astro, I think that was phenomenal by me because I have a right guard that I don't want to pay. I have a safety who's overpaid and I need to get his contract off my books. And I had D linemen for days. So I pretty much traded 2 backups in my eyes and a guard for a first and a starting running back who's a rookie. Like, I don't know. I think I'm very, very proud of that trade for building for the future.
Yeah, no,
It's a good
one, yeah.
way to start your build for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, it's just now that you gave him away so many assets, you have to hit on the draft. That's
Especially
where
because you're tanking, so you might as well.
I'm not tanking. I'm trying. I'm just bad at this game. So
hashtag
next.
Evo tank.
Both teams, right? We got to evaluate. So, hey, look at the trade where it just makes sense for both teams. Both of them really won. So let's go ahead and let's have CD. What do you think was the best trade for both teams?
So there were plenty trades where you would say, okay, that's fair. That makes sense for both teams. But if I had to pick one trade, I was looking for one where both guys got an impact player right away that is going to help them season one, and not just some rookie that might be good or might be bad the following seasons. So the trade I came up with is the Patriots trading Jonathan Jones and a 3rd-round pick to the Packers for
one.
Aaron Jones. So what I'm thinking is Spike is getting his only star development, but his big-time running back in Aaron Jones. He relied a lot on Rojo last year. So he has to hope that Aaron Jones can be anywhere close to that good. I doubt it, but because Rojo last year was just a different beast. And on the other hand, Vamsi, who's definitely winning now, winning next year, winning forever, basically, is getting a great defender. Jonathan Jones, I think he has 96-ish speed, 83 overall, 26, so star dev. He's not old. So him besides J. Alexander, his DBs are going to be nasty. And he could give up Aaron Jones because I don't know who he got. He just told me he got another, or he's getting another running back. So I think it's just a good trade for both sides. Maybe the slightly better end for Vamsi getting the 3rd-round pick on top of Jonathan Jones. But I think both players are going to help their team year one, especially Spike losing Jonathan Jones, who I wouldn't trade because of his speed, but he has so many DBs he can afford giving up one.
Yeah, I think you nailed it there. It's perfect. I totally agree.
I have to agree with that one too. It's just the way things work out for Spike. If Aaron Jones is half as good as Rojo, then I feel like it's a fairly good deal for him.
I have to agree as well. I think Spike relies on a good running back, and he got one for basically the whole Madden Guardians franchise. I think Vamsi relies on speed sluts, and he got one when the corner Jonathan Jones, and he already has his running back for the future. So I like the trade.
Yeah, I think JE is going to take away your number 1 guy, and then even if you have number 2 guy with unbelievable speed, Jonathan Jones is going to run with him step by step because he just has the speed to do that.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. I like it. Great analysis. And so for our last segment right here, we got the biggest question mark. Kohler, this is a speed round. You got 1 minute. Tell us what you got. Go.
My most questionable one, which I have to go somewhat in division for this one, I don't really understand, is the Cowboys sending superstar wide receiver CeeDee Lamb in a fourth for a right tackle and a second-round pick. I don't understand that. You have a superstar rookie wide receiver. I get if you want to send Michael Gallup out, that's totally fine. You have 2 starting caliber right tackles. Guards are iffy in the game. Like, they don't really matter that much. I'm assuming that's where Orlando Brown's going to play. Not saying that's not good value. He does get a second-round pick back in that as well, so you don't know how well Ghost is going to play either, especially in the AFC North. But I just don't understand to send a superstar wide receiver out for an offensive lineman that you theoretically don't need.
Yeah, I totally agree. Big question mark.
Agree. I agree at 1,000% with you, Kohler. I think the Cowboys line is already really, really good. So the fact that you traded for a tackle that's not even – he's good, but he's not even that great for a young receiver that's guaranteed superstar. It's just what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like you're getting Matthew Stafford, who you're going to sling the rock with. I mean, Dak, you have a little bit more mobility, like moving around with him, but like Matthew Stafford's theoretically like a statue almost. I mean, he's got like 74 speed, so if he has to run, he has to run, something like that. But like you're there to sling the rock with 94 throw power. Like, why don't you want 3 good wide receivers? And if you are going to send one out, send Michael Gallup out. He's already has to get re-signed anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It didn't make sense.
You got CeeDee Lamb running around for you basically for free for 5 years, so I don't see why you would give him away.
Yeah, plus why do you need 3 tackles? Like, I guess you bump one of them in, but it's weird.
Yeah,
weird.
Great offensive line. A very questionable move.
Yeah. Well, hey, good stuff, guys. That's your trade recap for Madden Guardians. There's going to be more trades. This is going to be more podcasts. Make sure you sub below, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. And, hey, take care.
#EvoTank.